Hi YouTube, my name is Leola Epps. I'm the CEO and founder of Elle's Corner. My YouTube page is Elle Gooden Epps, and I also have another YouTube channel called Elle's Corner. I haven't officially used the Elle's Corner one or broadcasted or put anything in that, but I'm going to be using that. But that's going to be the two YouTube channels I'll be using for my videos moving forward. I'm coming to you to give you a tutorial on how to make your own live numbers. And you say, what is live numbers, Leola? Uh, Elle's Corner. What is live numbers? Okay, so I have a few people, a few of my friends who is consultants for this one major jewelry company that sell their items reasonably priced. And they do Facebook Live in order to sell that product. And one of the things that I liked was the fact that they use this thing called selling to called live numbers. Um, so if you don't know what a live number is, I'm gonna give you an example of what that is. All right, so I am a craftsman. I make a whole bunch of stuff. So if I'm going on Facebook Live, this is an example, and this is jewelry's made by me. It's not made by the company that I know my consultants sell for, or independent consultants for. This is my own jewelry, so this is mine. So what they do is they use the live number. So they go and tell you if you want this product or want this item. So they go over briefly an item and they show you on Facebook Live that they selling this, and they give you a description of it. Blue beads with silver accents. This smell is you can fit this like this. If you want this item, they'll tell you. If you want this item, pick up a card and they tell you if you want this item, type in 41 and then they give you some further instruction. So it is this item that I like that they use, and this is called live item, a live number, or a live ticket, or whatever they call it. But so I went online to find this live number, live number tag, to help me if I get into when I get into selling my products. If I decide to use Facebook Live or some kind of live face FaceTime or whatever, and selling my items, I would like to use that selling tool called the live number. What's unique about what's interesting, what's positive about this live number is that when you tell your customer to buy an item and you say 41, you don't have to rely on that camera to tell you what number this is. You can actually see the numbers actually mirrored in the back of the number. So when you're looking at it, the customer looking at it, the person at the viewer who's looking at the number that the representative is telling them to use to purchase that item that they see that the seller is trying to sell, me who's selling it can see that number on the back. So when I say 41, I'm not doing this number. I'm like, okay, it's 41. Let me see what number. It's going to be 41. I don't have to do all that because the number is already repeated, mirrored on the back for me. So I don't have to sit up there and it's 42, and I'm telling you, it's the number says 42 because I don't see it if I'm not paying attention to my camera or not paying attention to what number I picked up. That I'm going to give you the wrong or reference the wrong number. This avoids you from doing that because it's gonna be repeated on the back and the front. So this is why I like it. So I went online or did some research because I'm like, it's got to be video out there for that. Well, the video that I found was the person that was who uh, created their live numbers for that specific jewelry company. And I said, well, just like she made that for that specific jewelry company, I can do that jewelry distributor. I can do that myself because I want to be different. So when I went on Amazon looking for the live numbers, and Amazon is also live numbers, or it's also called coat rack numbers as well. So when I went on Amazon, eBay sell them too, but I think eBay is a little bit more expensive than Amazon, and I think you get a better deal with Amazon. So if you don't have the money, you really do want to sell this jury, be a representative, an independent consultant for this jewelry company, and you really don't have the financing to actually get the extra stuff that you need, the extra selling tool, you can make your own. You can wind up probably making it probably cheaper than the line numbers itself. What I found for me that this made me is because they only had like maybe 3 or 4 different, maybe 2 or 3 different selections of what your design of the card. Like they give you a number and then it was like a little fancy design here and there. But because I know that my friends sell items and use that same selling tool, that same selling tool, I don't want to look like them. I don't want to be using the same selling tools that they use. So I said I'm going to make my own. So I have been. This has been going on for a couple of months now, and I said there's got to be something out there that allow me to get this done. Because the lady video about the live numbers didn't really tell you how she did it. She just tell you how to purchase this specific jewelry company, her numbers that she made for that jewelry company. Okay, so that's one thing. So I'm going to tell you what you need. You only need, and it probably wind up cheaper because you can make your own, and it may wind up the same price, but I don't think so. Um, these tags, these are called paper tags, and you can find this in the paper crafting area in the craft store. Now, I bought this specific one from a store that's going out of business. Um, I don't know how big this is. Don't tell me the length, but this is usually what the tags look like. And maybe some that are maybe smaller. Then they have some that's bigger, but it's plain and don't have the design on it. So I bought this. This was like $1 something, or yeah, it was $2 something. But then, like I said, it's going out of business. Like it was 30% off or 40% off, or it was actually 60% off. So I got this like maybe for 80 some cents. So this was cheap for me. Same thing with the stencil. You're gonna need stencil. And this is a 1-inch stencil. And again, this may be sold at Michael's or on Joann Fabric in the paper aisle. I don't know. You may want to ask a representative in that store where you can find a stencil. But I got my stencil. This is letters, numbers, and symbols. So I tore out my numbers so I can get them ready. So here are my numbers I already did. 1 through 20, 21 through 40, and I just finished up 41 through 60. So 41 to 60. And like I said, the only thing uniqueness is that you mirror the number on the back, and so you can and you have a number in the front, identical. So when you talk to your customer, they can see both sides. All right. So once you get your tags, you're gonna eyeball where you want to put your number. And what I started doing was I let's get an inch number. You don't want to cover it. You don't want to put it in the middle. You want to put it close to the edge, maybe 1 inch from the edge or half an inch from the edge of your card. If you got a design, you want to make sure that number is viewed above that design. So then you can use a marker. If you want to be different, you can use color pencils. So I'm going to trace around the number, and then I'm going to color it in. Move, don't move, don't move. All right, so again, I'm just tracing in the number. I'm going to blow it dry. So I got my 6. So I'm going to let this dry for a quick second. And it dries quick. And I'm using a Sharpie permanent marker fine point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that same, I'm going to do the same thing on the eyeball. It says plain, so you can actually put it however you want. I'm going to put it like a half an inch from the edge. And then color in, draw in my number using the stencil. I'm going to color it in because it's just pretty. Like I said, you probably want to, if you want to be different and use use the outline of the stencil, just leave it plain, and I'll show you that in a minute if I just color it in when I get done. But the marker leaves little, it's not, even though it's 5-point tip, it still kind of leaves kind of like a, so I got my six on one side, 6 on the other. So I'm going to blow that dry. And again, I'm left off with 60, so I know my next batch, another batch of 20 in this pack, so it's going to be 61 to 80, 61 to 80, right? 61 to 80. So this pack is already done. So now while I wait for this to dry, now I'm going to put my one. So you can do 1.5 inch from your number, you eyeball it. Make sure that the bottom of the number is even with the bottom of your number that you just put there for that. And then I'm going to outline it. I could leave it like this, but since I'm coloring all mine in, it's going to be colored in. So I'm going to put my stencil back over the number. Retrace. And I'm coloring in. Coloring in. So I got my number 61 on my one side. This dries pretty quickly, these markers on the paper tags. And then I'm going to repeat this on the back side of it. Doing the same thing, 1/2 inch in. You can go in a little closer if you feel that the number is still far away from that first number. You just want to make sure that it's even at the bottom. Trace it. And then you just, if you desire to color it in, depending on what you're using, do that. Okay. So I got my 61 on the front, 61 in the back. And here's my live number. So this didn't take too long if this is what you're doing, if you're sitting and not doing that, watching TV, whatever, you're going to be doing this while you're watching TV and be done. Again, this cost me under $11, and I actually bought 2, 4, 6. So 6 and 20 is 120 tags. So I got to figure out how I'm going to, because it's only but so big. So the 1 inch number, it takes up, well, I would say 2 inches. It takes up 2 inches. So if you find any stencils that's smaller than 1 inch, you can put 3 numbers in there. But we'll say if the smaller the numbers, the smaller the viewer is going to see the number. I like large number maybe because I'm getting old and need to see the large numbers. But this is what you can do for yourself. Again, you can probably find these tags, paper tags, in the paper crafting section of your craft store. And if you find anything at, you probably can find these at Walmart as well. I don't know about Marks. If you have a Marks or not, I think Ohio is the only one that has Marks. But you can find these. If you can find these and you get them at a reasonable price, and you got so many in them, you can probably make up that $12, $12 or $13 plus shipping if you don't have free shipping. And Amazon and eBay, I thought again was a little pricey for for their live tags, live number tags. So that is just one thing that you can do for yourself to make your own numbers. Um, Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Thanks for watching and have a good and blessed day.